All right, so get ready for a deep dive into a story that'll have you questioning everything you think you know about reality.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We're exploring Sofia's experience as detailed in Texto Colado,
Right.
an account that blends the ordinary with the utterly bizarre.
Interesting.
Imagine this. You're Sofia. You've missed your train.
Okay.
And not just any train. This is the train that could make or break your career.
What strikes me is how the source immediately plunges us into Sofia's emotional turmoil.
Yeah.
It's palpable, the crushing weight of that missed opportunity, the potential consequences. You can practically feel her desperation.
It's like the universe decided to pile on at the worst possible moment, right? And to make matters worse, the story paints this vivid picture of the setting.
Okay.
A desolate train station, late at night, cold and dimly lit.
Okay.
It really amplifies Sofia's isolation and despair.
It's interesting how the source emphasizes the sense of bleakness.
Yeah.
It's almost as if it's setting the stage for a dramatic shift, for something unexpected to pierce through the darkness. And that's where we see Sofia turn to prayer.
Interesting.
Not a formal prayer, but a silent, desperate plea for help.
Oh, wow.
In a moment where logic and reason have failed her.
It's fascinating how, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, people often turn to something beyond themselves. A flicker of hope, perhaps, or a deep-seated belief that something somewhere might be listening.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this act of faith, however fleeting, seems to open the door to the truly extraordinary.
Right.
Enter this mysterious elderly man described as radiating an almost otherworldly calm.
Okay.
It's a stark contrast to Sofia's frantic state.
I'm picturing him like a character straight out of a dream.
I can see that.
Calm, serene.
Yeah.
Completely at odds with the frantic energy of a missed train.
And then comes the real head-scratcher.
Okay.
This man, with absolute certainty, tells Sofia not to worry.
Wow.
An extra train is coming.
No way.
But here's the catch.
Okay.
Sofia knows.
Right.
We know.
Yeah.
There are no more trains scheduled.
Right.
It's almost comical if it wasn't so unsettling.
It's like being told up is down, black is white.
Exactly.
Sophia even double-checked the schedule before leaving home.
Right?
So what's going on here?
Yeah.
Is this man intentionally misleading her?
That's a good question.
Or is something else at play?
This is where the story really delves into the psychological complexities of belief.
Okay.
Logic screams at Sofia that this is impossible, that this man is probably mistaken, maybe even delusional.
You'd think so, right? I mean, who believes in unscheduled trains appearing out of thin air?
Yet, the source describes this man as irresistibly trustworthy. Sofia feels an inexplicable pull towards believing him.
Okay.
A gut feeling that defies all logic.
And then, to make matters even more bizarre, poof, the man disappears into thin air.
Just like that.
Wait, what? No explanation, just gone.
Gone.
This is where I'd start questioning my sanity, wouldn't you?
It's a classic vanishing act.
Wow.
Adding another layer of mystery to an already perplexing situation.
Okay.
Was he ever really there, or was he a figment of Sofia's imagination?
Right.
A projection of her desperate hope for a solution.
Okay, now I'm completely hooked. We've got a missed train.
Right.
A mysterious stranger. A vanishing act. And now...
a train.
A train. You mean?
Yes. Just a few minutes after the man disappears.
Okay.
Sofia hears it.
Wow.
The distinct rumble of an approaching train.
No way.
And this isn't just any train pulling into the station. The source emphasizes its sudden appearance.
Okay.
Stopping precisely for Sofia.
Wow.
With no other passengers.
What?
No conductor in sight.
Okay, now we're venturing into Twilight Zone territory.
I know, right?
No conductor. No passengers.
Yeah.
A train appearing out of thin air.
It's pretty wild.
I wouldn't blame Sofia for running in the opposite direction.
Absolutely. It's a moment ripe with suspense and a touch of fear.
Yeah.
Everything about the situation screams, danger, stay away.
Yeah.
But remember, Sofia is desperate. She's also got this lingering feeling of trust from her encounter with the old man.
Right.
It's a classic battle between logic and intuition.
Okay.
A situation that forces her to confront the limitations of what she believes is possible.
Wow.
So imagine yourself in Sofia's shoes, standing on that platform, staring at this spectral train, knowing that it defies all logic and reason.
Right.
What would you do?
Honestly?
Yeah.
I'd probably be frozen in place. completely overwhelmed by the sheer strangeness of it all.
It's a fascinating dilemma, isn't it? On the one hand, you have the rational part of your brain screaming, "This is insane, turn back."
Right. Every fiber of your being is telling you this is a bad idea.
Yet there's this other part of you.
Right.
Perhaps that intuitive voice we were discussing earlier whispering, "This is your chance, get on board."
And that's exactly what Sofia does.
Wow.
Against all odds, she takes a leap of faith and boards the train.
It's a decision that speaks volumes about her character. Her willingness to embrace the unknown, even when it's terrifying.
And what's even more remarkable
is
the source's description of the train journey itself.
Right.
It's smooth, direct, as if guided by an unseen hand.
Interesting.
Taking her straight to her destination.
It's as if the train is operating outside the constraints of time and space.
Yeah.
Existing solely to fulfill its purpose of delivering Sofia.
It's like the train itself is a metaphor for the inexplicable forces at play in Sofia's life.
Precisely. And this idea is further reinforced when the train simply vanishes upon Sofia's arrival.
Wait, what?
No explanation, no lingering trace, as if it never existed.
Okay, at this point, I'd be seriously questioning my grip on reality.
As you should.
Right.
It's a moment that challenges our fundamental understanding of how the world works.
Right.
But remember, the story isn't over yet.
Okay.
Sofia, despite this mind-bending experience, manages to make it to her meeting.
And not only does she make it, but she plays a pivotal role in securing a major deal for her company.
Wow.
It's as if the universe conspired to ensure her success despite all the obstacles.
It certainly raises questions about the nature of fate, of chance encounters, and whether we truly have control over the course of our lives.
But wait, the story takes another turn, right?
It does.
Because Sofia, being the practical person she is, goes back to the train station the next day, seeking an explanation for the phantom train.
She does.
Okay.
She approaches the station staff.
Hoping to find some confirmation, some evidence that what she experienced wasn't a hallucination.
Okay.
And their response, they deny any knowledge of an extra train.
They flat out deny it, as if she's making the whole thing up.
Exactly.
Wow.
They insist the schedule ran as usual, no deviations, no unscheduled departures.
Right.
It's a scenario that echoes the concept of gaslighting, where an individual's perception of reality is deliberately manipulated and undermined.
But in this case, it's not a person doing the gaslighting, it's reality itself.
Right.
It's like the universe is saying, nope, that didn't happen, you must have imagined it.
It's a jarring experience, to say the least.
Right.
To have such a vivid, tangible experience completely dismissed by external sources.
Yeah.
It forces Sofia to confront the possibility that her perception of reality might be fundamentally different from everyone else's.
So what does she do? Does she doubt her own sanity? Does she try to convince others of what she experienced? The source tells us that Sofia chooses a different path.
Okay.
She accepts that her experience, while inexplicable and unverifiable, is nonetheless real to her.
Interesting.
It becomes a personal truth.
Okay.
A testament to the power of individual experience.
Right.
And the limitations of collective understanding.
It's a powerful message, isn't it?
It is.
That sometimes the most profound truths are those that we experience on a personal level, even if they defy logic or external validation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It speaks to the importance of trusting our own intuition,
Right.
our own inner compass, even when it leads us down paths that others might deem illogical or impossible. And it makes you wonder how many of us have had similar experiences, events that defy explanation, that challenge our understanding of reality. We might dismiss them as dreams, hallucinations, or tricks of the mind.
Okay.
But what if, like Sofia, we choose to embrace them as personal truths?
As glimpses into a realm beyond our ordinary perception.
It's a thought-provoking idea. Perhaps we're all too quick to dismiss the unusual, the unexplainable, simply because it doesn't fit neatly into our preconceived notions of what's possible.
I think there's a certain comfort in clinging to the familiar, to the things we can see and touch and measure. But what if in doing so, we're limiting ourselves?
Interesting.
What if by opening ourselves up to the possibility of something more,
Okay.
something beyond our current comprehension, we unlock a whole new dimension of experience.
Sophia's story certainly suggests that might be the case.
It does.
She took a leap of faith,
Mm-hmm.
embrace the impossible,
Right.
and it led her not only to her destination, but also to a deeper understanding of herself and the world around her.
Exactly.
It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the most profound journeys begin with a single step outside our comfort zones. And perhaps that's the most valuable takeaway from Sophia's experience.
Okay.
A reminder to stay open to the unexpected,
Right.
to cultivate a sense of wonder and curiosity about the world, and to trust that sometimes, even when things seem impossible, there might just be an extra train waiting to take us exactly where we need to be.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Sophia's extraordinary experience, I'm left with this lingering question.
Okay.
Have you ever encountered something that defied explanation?
Right.
Something that left you with a sense of wonder, even if you couldn't quite grasp it?
I know what you mean.
Maybe it was a chance encounter, a stroke of luck, a feeling of being guided by an unseen hand.
Right.
Whatever it was, I encourage you to hold on to that feeling, to cherish those moments that remind us that the world is a far more mysterious and magical place than we often give it credit for.